Time now to get the best and the worst of French journalism today, this Monday. Nick Rushworth is here for Media Watch. Good evening to you, Nick.
Hi, Laura.
Good to see you. Now, presidential elections out the way, parliamentary elections just around the corner. We've had a lot of campaigning and we've got some more. And I don't know, maybe it's the Cannes Film Festival or something, but the candidates are comparing themselves to movie stars.
Well, maybe it could be that, or it's just silly season has come early this year because voter fatigue has set in, because what we're seeing is we've had 2 rounds of the presidential election, and now we've got the 3rd round, as it's often called, the legislative vote, which will be on the 10th and the 17th of June. And on the web today, we've got some of the naffest posters knocking around France at the moment, which people can see. This is one we've got here.
Dear.
Oh, very nasty. I saw that when I laughed out loud. This is Philippe Gautry, who has... Il est sans étiquette. He's not running for a party, the UMP or the Socialists. He's an independent. And there you can see he's comparing himself to James Bond. You can see Candidat Loyal, a play on words there of Casino Royale. Didn't work for me. I don't know if it's going to work for the voters. That's for some people outside Paris.
Never the best idea to compare yourself to
What
James
about
Bond.
this one? Still with a movie theme, we've got just coming down, if we go down this website, and that's on slate.fr. We've got another one, Fabrice David.
It's Avatar, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, that's Avatar, absolutely right. He's going down there. He's in the Essonne region, which is, again, in the Paris suburbs, and there he's sort of comparing himself.
He's got to be green, hasn't he?
There you can have a closer look there at him. Fabrice David. Is he going to make it with that kind of approach? I don't think so. What about this one? This is another one. It's not got a movie theme, but this is Jean-Paul Mort de Foi. Your mouth has dropped open there.
Yeah, it has.
Because we know what Mort de Foi means.
Speechless.
Look at that name. The name of the candidate itself is dying of cold. Can we believe that? It's actually boiling hot today in Paris, about 34 degrees. Look at that poster. We've got 100% lucid, 100% realist, 100% attentive, and it goes on and on. 1,000% in the centre.
That's what actually made my mouth drop. 1,000%.
It doesn't add up, does it?
It doesn't add up. Nobody's going to vote for him.
Because he's sort of using hyperbole to sort of say, well, I'm in the centre, but actually, going to extremes to some way.
Well, let's talk about a politician who's done rather better than any of those, and that is Christine Lagarde. She was, of course, the French finance minister. Now she runs the IMF. She's one of the most powerful women in the world, but she's not very popular in Greece right now, is she?
Well, doing better, you might say. She's certainly doing better in terms of her career. She is making a lot of bad noise in the world media, as we've heard a lot in the last few days here in The Guardian. Greek comments provoke fury. She's backtracking. She's had 1,000 nasty comments on her Facebook page. Basically, she's saying they're rampant taxpayers. That's what she said.
So pay your taxes, didn't she?
Yeah, that's right. Pay your taxes. And I'm not sympathetic, which is, well, I mean, we can see if a man's down, you've got to be slightly sympathetic. Look, this is the Facebook page.
Well, the IMF, of course, giving part of that bailout along with the EU, aren't they? They want their money back.
Well, a lot of the comment that's coming out on the tweets and so on is, well, hold on a minute. This is someone asking the Greeks to pay their taxes. This lady doesn't even pay any taxes. She's working for the IMF. How much do you reckon she's earning? 323,000 euros a year. Doesn't pay any tax in it. 57,000 euros for expenses. That's absolutely incredible.
She does work pretty hard, though, it has to be said.
Yeah, there you can see. We've got... that's not the right page. I'll give you another one.
That's
another one. Yeah. Here we've got it. Here we've got it.
Huffington Post.
The Huffington Post. Christine Lagarde isn't paying any taxes, and on that Huffington Post, they're calling her Christine Lagaffe, which is, of course, French for putting your foot in your mouth,
right.
Making real blunders. So she's not getting any support there from the Greeks. And if I can just go to a blog that I saw today. What is happening, of course, is one blogger is saying, well, listen, this Christine Lagarde, she's just playing Marie Antoinette. This is by Richard Trigot, if I can show you, and he's on his blog there, which is on newsring.fr, and he is basically saying, the Greeks, let them eat brioche. So an attack on, of course, the famous phrase, of course, is...
Let them eat cake.
Yes. And so he's arguing, well, what Christine Lagarde has done is quite stupid, and she's going to get labelled as a sort of Marie Antoinette with this. So
she's not getting a lot of support in her native France, is she?
Yes.
Following those comments to The Guardian.
No.
Maybe because she gave the interview to The Guardian and not a French newspaper.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's certainly
sour grapes.
in lots of the French press, they are not being kind at all to Christine Lagarde, who of course remains a strong favourite as a possible
presidential
well,
candidate.
yes, exactly.
One day in the
It
future.
comes down to that, doesn't it?
All right, now let's.
Just before we move on,
Yes.
I was thinking, you know,
I'm moving you on too quickly.
Yeah, but I was thinking, you know, we had Dominique Strauss-Kahn and we had other French people in that IMF post, and is there a kind of little bugbear in that Washington job for French candidates? Because again, here we see Christine Lagarde, who is very, very efficient in her messaging, is coming across very badly here.
Oh, I'm not sure you can compare the two at this stage. But anyway, let's move on to Greece, because journalists there aren't working at all today, are they? They're all down tools.
Well, of course.
Black screens,
Yes.
nothing on the radio, websites with no updates. What's going on?
Well, what's happening there is that, well, they're probably so fed up of the news that they've, you know, probably encouraged their journalists to go on strike. But there is a strike of journalists today. It doesn't have anything to do with Christine Lagarde specifically, but it's to do about the bread and butter issues about pay and retirement and pensions and all those kinds of things. And they're absolutely furious, and they've taken the opportunity. Of course, what's happening is that there will be this huge election in Greece, which the whole world will be watching on June 17th, exactly the same day as the second round of the French election. So those two elections will be on the same day, so a big news day that day for us.
That is going to be a big news day indeed. Nick Rushworth, many thanks indeed. That's it for Media Watch.